Alright everyone, welcome back to the Witcher Enhanced Edition Part 12. So I did some more inventory shuffling and I just started us over here so I didn't have to walk all the way over from the temple quarter to here. I'm gonna start off knocking off a few of the sex cards. We're gonna walk around and see if we can find the lady. There's a random noblewoman around here that'll give you one if you give her a piece of a monster. One of these two might be her.
Vagabonds aren't allowed in the trade quarter. Vagabonds aren't allowed in the trade quarter.
She's around here somewhere. I always hate it when it rains. It makes it hard to find the NPC you're looking for.
Raining right now. When Foltest returns, he's sure to oust Bellerin.
Well, we'll just walk around and see if we find her.
Must it rain right now?
Why hurry? I admit I find you.
We'll go ahead and do the courtesans and the trade quarter give you a different card to the ones in the Temple Slums district.
Noble sir.
Are you propositioning me?
No, sir. I await a proposition from you.
So you can pay them money, but it's just a lot cheaper just to give them a really cheap gem of some sort that you can give them.
Lovely gift. You impress me. Come. Pleasures await.
A real downpour.
I refuse to be soaked like a duck.
Next, there's a nice little thing you can do at the workshop where you can talk to a guy and engage in a philosophical, or not really, a scientific debate about the merits of a book written by Kalkstein, which is always fun to do. You get some free books out of it.
Don't dare say a word. The catalyst worked. An explosion nearly threatened, but once again the Zeracanian masters are shoveling manure.
I had an itch in my nose there,
Take care. No jesting with the catalysts of pyrite.
but I didn't sneeze.
Still here?
What do you do?
I'm developing a philosopher's stone. I'll share with you the gold obtained from the transmutation of lead and throw in free the guarantee of eternal youth.
Seriously?
I'm from the University of Oxenfurt. They hired me to improve the composition of the steel in arms production.
Too brittle?
Too expensive. It's nearly iron and very contaminated.
Do you have alchemical ingredients for sale?
I'm a scholar, not an alchemist. I despise superstition.
Isn't alchemy a science?
Rubbish. Magic and alchemy will disappear from the world. Science alone will remain.
My friend Kalkstein considers himself an alchemist.
Kalkstein? We laugh at his pseudo-scientific mumbling. Did you peruse his metamorphoses? Hogwash, written in cloudy language meant to disguise the author's incompetence.
Metamorphoses? Not bad.
Can you imagine such insanity as the concept of substance codependence?
So when you're debating the science with him, you have to have read Kalkstein's book Metamorphoses, and then you have to pick the correct dialogue option. The correct options in order are Dialogue 2, Dialogue 1, Dialogue 2, and then either 2 or 3 for the last one if you want to get a positive result from this conversation.
Kalkstein denies that all substances are codependent. His hypothesis pertains to primary substances only.
What a fool idea to divide substance in the first place.
Secondary substances don't appear of themselves. The distinction is justified.
I won't dwell further. Simply put, our argument turns on the essence of matter, the main argument against Kalkstein. By what miracle can the codependence of primary substances predicate the possibility of animating inanimate matter if in this so-called spiral of pseudo-life only 5 substances find place while coexistence presupposes the presence of 6? Kalkstein contradicts himself.
After transmutation, substances continue to attach and detach from the chain. There are always 6.
True. Why didn't I think of that? I wasted a year in seminar. The solution was obvious.
Have I convinced you about Kalkstein?
Not so fast. One more question, which will doubtless baffle you.
Yes?
What practical application can Kalkstein's theories have, even if legitimate?
So for this one, 2 or 3 will get you a positive result. 2 is just kind of like a jokey thing, and 3 is an actual practical thing you can do with his theory.
According to Kalkstein's theories, you could construct a golem.
True. I must find my copy of Metamorphosis.
Good luck.
I never suspected you harbored such intelligence. Accept these books. You'll use them best.
Thank you. Till next time.
So that gives us 2 recipe books, neither of which I really want, but it's cheaper than having to buy them yourself. This one gives you 2 bombs that I never use, and this one gives you 1 bomb and the brown oil. The brown oil isn't really that great because it's only good against non-magical animals and humans, I think, and they're easy enough to kill without needing an oil or anything.
Depressing weather.
Next, we're going to head to the town hall, turn in the cockatrice contract, and get another card over there from one of the townswomen. Or clerk, I think it is.
Yes?
I'm here about the notice.
Do you have 5 cockatrice feathers?
Certainly.
Thank you. Now sign the receipt. Next.
These are troubled times.
Good girls don't get promoted.
At least I'm not a seamstress.
Fold. Yes?
Work at town hall?
Unoriginal. You'll have to try harder.
You're a naughty girl.
Naughty girls get the cleverest ideas.
I'm getting some pretty clever ideas myself.
Not so fast. Where's my gift?
What's your whim?
Guess what naughty, spoiled girls like best? Let's go where we can be alone.
Lead, milady.
Okay, now we're going to head back to the new Nara Court.
Damn, such bureaucracy proves our...
See if we can find the noblewoman passing through again. She's supposed to be wearing an orange outline for clothing, like orange or red.
I hope Jacques de Aldersburg.
I'm just going to click on all of them just in case.
I detest mobs.
When Foltest returns, he's sure to oust her.
I don't talk to strangers. Why hurry?
I think I left the laundry out.
I must acquire an invitation to Luron's next banquet.
White-haired,
What brings you here? They think of nothing.
I
but
await
money.
my beloved. When will they open the gate?
Well, at least the rain let up finally.
I heard ravens of doom.
Some may say I can sort out witches. For some peace and quiet.
Indeed. The bliss
Fighting
of
or
being.
watching? Your mother sucks dwarf.
I was once invincible, the Great White Hope.
Huh?
Now I loiter around cesspools because of one fight.
You were a warrior?
A boxer. I had fans galore. Women, gold. And now,
What happened?
judges disliked blows below the belt. They disqualified me.
I see.
I fought until
Until?
I fought the lion.
Did he...
One punch. Deadly. And I realized I'd never win. I've worn a hood ever since to avoid being recognized.
After one punch?
It was a spiritual transformation. I can take you.
A wager, huh?
200 orins.
I'm in.
Eat dirt. Did you train with the lion?
I'm a witcher. I win.
Take your prize.
I'll take the magical sign and the runic stone.
Here.
Next, we're gonna pick up side quest from this guy over here.
A witcher? They said your kind was extinct.
Very nearly. I'm Geralt.
I'd rather not reveal my true name, my knightly vows. If you wish, you may call me Patrick de Wazy.
Of the, Flaming Rose?
Indeed, I'm a member. Perhaps you could lend me some assistance.
With what?
My sister. Will you hear her story? One day we found her unconscious in bed. Blood trickled from fang marks on her neck. We had no doubts, a vampire.
Fang marks don't necessarily mean a vampire.
These clearly did, for after a time, my sister disappeared. She must have been transformed and then escaped.
If she is a vampire, I'll have to...
Above all, I would like you to find her. Confirm our suspicions.
All right. I'll look for your sister.
You should have no trouble recognizing her. None can ignore her azure eyes. She is a slim, beautiful blonde.
I'll do what I can.
Okay, and now we can do a side quest for Dandelion. You gotta get drunk with him first, so make sure you got some wives' tear on you so you don't have to deal with walking around drunk.
Geralt, I'm glad you're here.
I'm not in the mood for music, Dandelion. We'll talk later.
Geralt, I promised to perform for all these people and I don't have my lute.
Then you have a problem.
Geralt.
What happened to your lute?
Long story. Tell you over a drink?
What a day! Posh.
Forgot how tough you were.
Got up the courage to tell me about the loot?
I guess. My loot's at the home of a rich merchant. The house is on the west side of Salt Square. And I can't possibly leave. The crowd awaits.
Why wouldn't you tell me earlier?
Well, the merchant caught me giving his daughter lessons.
In what?
Relax, Geralt. Music.
All right. I'll fetch your loot.
Wonderful.
What's so special about this loot?
It's the one I got from Teruviel in the Valley of Flowers. Remember?
Who's Teruviel?
The she-elf from the Blue Mountains. You did quite a number on her nose when you two first met.
Where is she now?
I heard she joined the Scoia'tael. I wonder if she's still alive.
In the Valley of Flowers?
I even wrote a ballad about that, where the devil says goodnight. I'll be singing it today.
I remember that.
Great, so you know why I want that loot back.
See you.
Yeah, that's a reference to one of the books. When both Geralt and Dandelion, they meet a group of elves in the forest and they get into a scrap and he ends up punching Teruviel in the face and then... Don't quite remember, but somehow Teruviel ends up giving a special loot to Dandelion. I don't remember why, though. It's been a while since I've read the books.
Well,
Greeting.
get up.
I need...
Yes,
I'm gonna go ahead and just level up. I'll just go ahead and finish off group silver.
Stand still.
You'll only bring trouble.
Alright, let's see if we can find this lady one more time.
What are they scheming?
I await my beloved. Simpletons all around. The Grand Master and King Foltest dislike each other.
Armed as you are, I'd stay clear of the guards.
When Foltest returns, he's sure to oust Velrad.
This lady just does not want to appear.
What should I get her?
Leave my daughter in peace.
I want my friend's loot.
That inflated singer seduced my daughter. Out!
I want nothing from your daughter.
I don't believe you. Get out of my house, you blooming drifter!
Listen, good man.
Out, or I'll kick you out!
I'd prefer a peaceful resolution.
Shove off.
I've heard enough insults.
I'll take you with one hand, bastard! Take that! Damn you! Pass then. Just don't beat me anymore.
The loot is in a trunk upstairs.
So you could pay him reparations, but it's a lot easier just to...
Damn you!
The loot.
Okay. It's easier just to beat him in a fist fight. You don't have to spend a ton of money or anything.
Who are you?
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher. I apologize for the intrusion.
That's all right. I'm terribly bored since Papa caught the troubadour dandelion here. No one sees me.
That's why I'm here.
Why didn't he come himself? Perhaps it's just as well. You look promising too.
I'm here about the loot.
I figured. Somehow he hasn't been singing love songs under my window since Father caught us. By the way, I hope you didn't hurt Papa.
He'll be fine.
Why should I give up the loot? After all, Dandelion won't come to see me anymore.
He's like that.
If I give it to you, he'll use it to serenade some other victim.
If you give up the loot, it'll prove he's nothing to you. You dumped him.
Yes, he fell at my feet. He proposed, but I refused.
Now can I take the loot?
Just a moment. What's in it for you? Why are you helping?
He's my friend.
A friend? Come closer. Fear not, I won't bite. I heard once that a witch's touch is, special.
Causes a slight tingling. Let me show you.
Alright, we got the loot back.
Vagabonds aren't allowed in the trade quarter.
Those swords just for show.
Out of the pan into the oven, then the fire, and now...
Geralt.
Here's your loot.
Great. I owe you one. I need to prepare.
When's your performance?
After 8 at night. Come if you want.
If I can. Greeting. Get up.
Alright, we've pretty much done everything we need to do in the daytime. Now we're gonna sleep until nighttime, and then we're going to do some stuff around the trade quarter at night.
I need...
Yes.
Quite a dangerous one bearing weapons on your back.
And yes, you still will be attacked by random Salamandra assassins every now and again, even in this quarter. Also, random Kikamores will bury up from under the ground and attack.
Damn, it's hot in this thing.
Alright, now we're going to move on to one of my favorite parts of the game. We're going to be working more on advancing the gambling quest. We need to... Oop, there we go. Hit the wrong buttons. We need to advance the quest to beat a certain number of sharpers.
I'll break your bones!
Should be a gambling den around back here somewhere.
It's hot in this thing.
Oh, here it is.
White-haired one, I admit I find you. I toil too much.
I might have to beat one more person after a Posh reception before we can go in there. Yeah, I think we have to do a Posh reception first. Kikimore really hasn't. Sometimes I don't even know why I have a phone. But yeah, that Kikimore really had it out for me, and so does this one.
Out of the pan into the oven, then the fire, and...
Master Luvarden requests your company at 6 in the evening.
Yes. You'll only bring trouble.
Well, reading. Get up. Well, reading. Get. I need. Yes.
No challengers? I'll smash your face.
Old as you are, I'll stay clear of the dark.
Dwarf cock.
Mr. Dandelion is truly talented.
You'll only bring troubles.
Greeting. Get.
Here we are. Wipe that frown off your face. You'll be fine.
Can't we go back to your place? Make sure I have no internal injuries.
Later, Geralt. Come on. This isn't so bad. Let's mingle.
Mm-hmm.
Milady, allow me to present the sorceress Triss Merigold, and...
Duet, I know who stands before me. We know each other, do we not, Witcher?
One could say so, Princess.
A princess indeed, though I do not always feel like one. So many duties. You could not imagine, Witcher. Why do you stare? Is my dress displeasing?
Forgive me, milady, but even the finest dress would pale in comparison to you.
Mind your tongue, mutant.
Duet, I will decide if and when I am offended.
Your Highness, he is an aberration.
Silence. It was a nicety. Leave us for now.
You just want to go around and talk to the important people in the party.
Geralt of Rivia and Triss Merigold, welcome!
Greetings.
I thank you for coming. Look about the room and you will see the entire kingdom represented.
We thank you for your invitation.
Forgive me, I must return to my duties. I'm certain we'll speak later.
Geralt, allow me to introduce Burgomeister Velerad.
Charmed.
Greetings. It's been a while.
Velerad is King Foltest's right hand.
No need for formal introductions. If you wish to open a factory or a shop, kill a monster or petition the king, you must come to me.
I'll remember that.
Excuse us, Burgomeister, but we need to say hello to the other guests. Geralt, have you met Taller?
Taller? Here?
Let me introduce my master, the Honorable Erkin von Blunt.
Good day, sir.
Erkin has taken a vow of silence and thus cannot answer. You must be wondering why he is here.
Indeed.
He has made numerous vows in his life, one of which is to protect the royal family. Sadly, for unknown reasons, Princess Ada holds little respect for him. Vows, however, must be honored, whatever the circumstances.
And how are you involved? Are you bound by his vows by extension?
He authorized me to speak on his behalf, and I serve as his advisor.
Of course. We shan't be bothering you. Come, Geralt. You've met everyone who's anyone. I need to speak with Luvarden. You behave yourself. Beware of anyone who tries to pry information from you.
From me? But I'm just a witcher.
Don't be fooled. Anything you say may have political ramifications.
So the first thing you want to do is talk to the guy who took a vow of silence, because you can actually get him drunk and he'll talk to you and give you some things.
Curses. I'm drunk.
He speaks.
I broke my vow. I swore on a heron.
A heron?
Nonsense. Tala hired me to come incognito to the feast.
You blew it.
No scene, please. This ring will get you in the House of the Night. Half price.
You want to go ahead and chug a wives tear potion, get rid of all that. And go ahead and talk to Tyler again. This ring he gave us, this will get us entrance into the brothel in the trade quarter and will let us advance the Blue Eyes quest a lot easier than we normally would be able to.
Enjoying yourself?
Exquisitely. Not enough food, nowhere to sit, and nothing but small talk. And I may be the only one here not involved in one of the many schemes or secret alliances being forged.
It's a sign of the times. New customs and fashions. You think it better to show the Nilfgaardian we're barbarians? That we can't distinguish between a fork and a comb? That the only way we know how to feast is to get blind drunk and roar lusty songs while slapping the serving wenches on their arse?
I'm a relic, someone from the past, so I'm rather attached to the old customs. Never understood nor liked the new ones. But really, Thaler, why are you here?
I'm a patriot. I've the good of the kingdom at heart. A kingdom threatened by the schemes and alliances you were observant enough to note.
I said I was an old-fashioned witcher. Be straight, like Thaler the Fence would be.
Thaler the Fence does nothing for free.
Thaler the Fence is a scoundrel who'd prefer the Temple District not know he consorts with the cream of Vizima society.
Have it your way. Let me tell you, friend, a serious slashfest is in the works. One without pardon. The defeated will be picked apart by crows. You'll be forced to fight for a new order, comrade, or against it. We will fight for our traditions and customs, for our land and our women.
Who's this enemy? Who wants to steal our women?
I wouldn't deceive you. I think you're one of us. It's a cause we share. I don't know the enemy yet, but I will soon, and when I do, the time of the sword and the axe will come. Blood will flow in the streets. And know this, comrade, there will be no room for your neutrality.
Who exactly are you? And be straight with me, comrade.
Temerian intelligence. I execute the king's direct orders. I find traitors, rats, and foreign agents. I'm a spy.
A highly placed spy.
I can't deny it. May I ask a personal question? The amphibians you're after, are they a personal matter or an ideological one?
Whatever you pick here updates the identity quest of your character.
Personal.
Care to explain?
They robbed me and killed a friend. That enough?
Got it. Thank you for being candid.
Who exactly is DeWitt, and what is he doing here?
That Nilfgaardian dog is a mere pawn. I cannot fathom why Ada tolerates him.
Explain.
Like most knights of the Order, he worries his dick's too small, so he gets aggressive whenever something scares him. Then, of course, he's a Nilfgaardian. Our princess has some weaknesses, but stupidity is not one of them.
Maybe the princess has a game of her own going.
Then she should choose better allies. Unlike chess, this game claims lives. I'm afraid someone might be using her.
Is Luvarden somehow involved?
I need to get Erkin a private meeting with him. At present, his intentions are a pure riddle.
To me, too.
Really?
What do you mean?
Your friend seems to get along famously with Luvarden. For two strangers, they certainly have much to discuss. See for yourself.
I trust Triss.
I suppose you know her better than I, but don't say I didn't warn you. Regarding Luvarden, we know he heads some transnational organization of merchants, bankers, and other wealthy folk. Make what you will of it.
Why do you want to draw me into a game that doesn't concern me?
This game concerns you more than you imagine. You mean to tell me you're not interested in the conflict between the Order and the Scoia'tael? You mean to tell me you don't care? What about your lover, Triss Merigold?
That's private. I want to destroy Salamandra. That is my only objective.
Salamandra has a patron. Someone in this room, or one known here. You're up to your ears in this, Wolf, whether you like it or not.
Excuse me for a moment. We'll talk later.
Next, you're going to want to hit up Velarad wherever he went. There he is.
Speak freely, Geralt, but no politics.
I want to ask about the princess.
No politics.
About the curse.
Shh. I could use something stronger. Fine. Ask.
Does the princess have strange dreams?
How would I know? I've not spoken to Ada without one of those bastards from the Order prisons.
Any strange behavior?
You're awfully close to treason.
I'm not asking out of want for political influence.
Our sweet princess is completely normal. Well, her head's a little messed up.
Is she aggressive?
On occasion, but not unusual for a spoiled damsel. I don't know, she's...
What?
Well...
Spit it out.
She needs a man to give her a proper lay.
Right.
Must go.
Later.
The food will disappear soon.
And now you want to talk to Ada.
Witcher, you may approach. Duet, fetch me some wine. From that page boy at the end of the room.
Your Highness?
We may speak freely now. Geralt, tell me about witches, and please, don't hide behind your code.
What are you asking, milady?
What is your view on politics? To me, politics is like an encounter with a lover. Would you agree?
The similarities are evident.
Allow me one jest, Witcher.
Very well.
A countess said to a count, "Shall I have dinner served?" What a waste. Perhaps we might go for a walk. What a waste. May I ask a riddle then? Very well. What is warm, hairy, and dives into holes? A cock. Not at all. A mouse. A mouse in a cunt. What a waste. Never mind. Back to our lovers ambulating about the room. You see, Witcher, politics is not unlike a tryst. It begins with foreplay, glances, conversations. Behold that witch with Leuwarden. Now look to our noble Erkin and the courtiers. The dance grows bolder, fondling and such. Then one is consumed by the desire to come together roughly, like animals. Finally, one is left with sad, passionless copulation. Velarad and Duet, for instance.
Excuse me, Your Highness. Sore throat.
We are adults, Geralt. We both know the desires of men.
You may be right, Your Highness. Power, sex, power, they both come down to one thing. Fucking others. May I ask you a question?
Go on.
What is the king's stance on this topic? I mean politics, of course.
Ugh, dull? I have grown hungry, and there is naught worth eating at this feast. I tire of partridge tongues and caviar. What do I most desire? I have it. I will answer your ever so dull question if you bring me what I most desire.
I shall return shortly, Your Highness.
Now, obviously, if you want to know what she wants, the person to talk to would be Velarad.
I'm listening.
What does the princess like to eat?
Find me a stronger drink and we'll speak.
Will do.
Throat's dry.
Relax, Burgermeister. The party's just beginning.
I'm listening.
Just go ahead and throw him any kind of strong alcohol.
Ah, much better. The princess had a hard childhood. It left her with a penchant for raw meat. We tried to keep that quiet, but...
I see. Anything else?
Tala's angry. His intelligence agents scour the realm to fetch her treats.
Thanks.
Geralt.
Any idea what the princess's favorite dish might be?
We have to know shit like that. As special agents, people of the shadows.
Calm down. What's the dish?
Tala does nothing for free. Go to the next room and fetch the letter from the box with the Temerian coat of arms. Be discreet.
But...
Then I'll tell you Ada's favorite dish.
Why are you here?
Huh? I was looking for the privy.
In that box?
Point for you. Truth is, I was hoping for a superior drink.
The wine does taste watered down.
I found some liquor. Try some?
Gladly.
So you don't have to give him anything, you can just exit out of the screen.
A stupid idea.
So this is a mysterious note that talks about forgery of some such or another from a craftsman, and that whoever the note's meant for, they want someone to take care of us.
How'd it go?
Smoothly. Here's the letter.
You'd make a fine agent. I exaggerate. A goat would be just as good.
Start talking. What's Ada's favorite dish?
Catoblepis.
What?
Some time ago, this maniac who looked a lot like you arrived in Vizima claiming that nothing surpasses finely prepared catoblepas meat.
You're joking.
Not a bit. Since then, my men have been hunting catoblepas throughout the continent in secret. At market, it costs more than a good whore.
How's the meat prepared?
That's the Burgermeister's business. I smuggle in catoblepas, but I wouldn't know how to cook it.
And when you need something magically conjured out of thin air, you just go to a sorceress, so we talk to Triss.
Geralt.
This is important, Triss.
What's important?
Ada knows something. I think I can get it out of her.
Really?
That spoiled little vixen, well, she wants some catoblepis. Rare would be best.
Are you kidding?
No. Triss, could you conjure up something, please?
Sorcery at parties is considered very unseemly.
I'll create a distraction.
I'll do better myself. Catoblepis steak, rare for the princess.
Thank you, Triss.
You know I can conjure up orgasms too.
I think I prefer traditional methods. I'll find you after I've spoken with Ada.
Why did they all come if they dislike Leeuwarden?
Do you have something tasty for me?
Steak tartare of catoblepis. Raw meat with a pinch of pepper and an uncooked yolk.
You know how to please a woman.
It is an honor to serve you, Your Highness.
I shall grant you a private audience. Come to my alcove in 5 minutes. We shall dabble in politics.
Alright, so now we can come in here and we can discuss politics with her.
Not so hasty. Finally, politics it shall be, but quietly. We should not be heard.
As you command.
I should think so.
Geralt, I spoke with Declan.
And?
The two of you should talk.
What's so worthy of my time?
Don't be so quick to judge. He'll make you an offer, one I think you should accept.
Sure you're not using me as one of your tools?
Only in bed, Witcher. Only in bed.
Not finding this party dull?
Anything more interesting in mind? At home, Geralt. At home.
We can go ahead and find out what Luvarden wants from us.
I'm glad you've come.
What is it?
The old saying goes, any enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Get to the point.
Geralt, I urge you to change your tone. Listen to what Declan has to say.
Let me guess. You have dirty work needs doing and thought a witcher with amnesia perfect for the job.
Exactly. Will you help destroy Salamandra?
I'll help, but it hardly means we're friends.
Wonderful. It's as we've heard. All secret societies need gold. Fistek yields the largest profits for Salamander. Our spies say there's a new Salamander camp in the swamps. The herbs are harvested, then conducted to another base in Vizima's temple quarter.
A swamp and slums again. Great.
We're confident you can destroy both camps. If you discover papers, evidence that might aid us, return to me.
Yes, sir. Permission to commence mission, sir.
Both camps are new, without sure defenses. A simple matter for you. The Salamanders would slaughter groups of humans easily.
Much simpler to sacrifice one witcher. I'll return once I have new information.
See me tomorrow if you need help. Triss obtained this formula especially for you.
Alright, so we got lock and key and finished a Posh reception, but since we already did everything in the swamp and everything in the temple quarter, we already have all the evidence and smashed the drug trade in both areas. So we could just talk right back to Luvarden again, but you actually have to walk through a load zone before he'll talk, and there still are a few things we can do outside, so we'll go ahead and do that before we report back to him.
Witcher, reveal yourself as an honest man or a coward.
What do you want, DeWitt?
That scoundrel Taller. He refuses to abide by a royal edict.
What edict?
The royal edict bearing the very seal of our merciful ruler Foltest that strips him of his position. By the authority vested in me, etc., etc., Taller is hereby dismissed from his position as head of the Temerian Intelligence Service.
And Taller objects? You're kidding?
Yes. Show yourself a real patriot. Kill that pleb.
Damn lies. The edict is a fake. This dickless, brainless, sellout zealot burns to see me eliminated.
Silence, lice-ridden scab. You will hang, traitor. Geralt, bring me that pleb. He needn't be in one piece.
So, you can either try to kill Taller, or you can let him walk. There's obviously no compelling reason to kill him, because you already know he's in charge of the Temerian Special Forces, and that he is against Salamandra. And also, we got the mysterious letter about forgeries, and we can assume that the royal edicts that are being passed around, both the ones we found on the Blindheim brothers and the one that's currently being given to us by DeWitt, are obviously forgeries. So it would make no sense to not side with Taller.
Taller walks.
You will regret this, Witcher. You will not get away with it.
Thanks for your help, Geralt.
You best disappear for a while.
Good idea, but I must speak with you.
Later. I need to do something.
Fine. Meet me at the new Narracourt.
And now we can just walk back in, we'll talk to Taller again, and then we'll go upstairs and talk to Luvarden again. Oh right, and we get to see Dandelion's concert too.
We meet again, Witcher.
Worked out that way, I guess.
I suppose I should thank you for saving my ass.
I'm still not sure it was smart to tangle with DeWitt.
Of course it was, provided you have Temeria's well-being at heart.
What do you mean?
There's something afoot.
You forget I'm a simple Witcher.
It's like this. Before the king departed, he placed Vizima in my care. See?
Seems authentic. During my absence, I entrust you with...
I know you can read, Witcher, but notice both the king's seal and his signature.
I see. That isn't on the other edicts.
A seal can be stolen, but a signature is difficult to forge.
So the royal edicts are fakes?
Exactly.
Yes?
I have the papers you wanted.
Great. I'll deliver them to our codebreakers. Return tomorrow. We'll assay our next move.
Well, greeting.
Good night.
So we also got the formula for White Rafford's decoction. It's essentially just a giant healing potion. Instead of having the tawny or the swallow, which just increases your regeneration, the White Rafford's decoction will just dump health on you immediately without having to wait. Which is always nice. Next we're going to want to go outside and run around until a child comes up and tells us that another quest is starting. Hopefully Velarad's in here. If he's not, we won't be able to turn in the contract quests quite yet. He might already be at the next quest. Yeah, I think he is. So we just gotta wander around and wait for a kid to run up to us and tell us something.
Master Witcher!
What, boy?
The bank's been robbed. Master Velarad said we should fetch a Witcher.
What's going on?
Follow me, Master Geralt!
So as I'm sure you can guess, the Scoia'tael are attempting to rob the bank to finance their war against humanity in general.
The Scoia'tael are robbing the bank!
What's happening?
Armed robbers have taken over the bank and are holding hostages. Siegfried's leading the assault.
Always the hero.
Geralt, they need support.
Why attack the town hall?
So there is a this is another dual choice where you can pick either the Scoia'tael or the Order, and you don't actually get to pick a neutral pathway until Chapter 4 is when you really lock yourself in. So here I'll just end up picking the Order again for no reason besides the fact that I like Siegfried. So if you choose is there another way in, then you fight your way in through the warehouse, and then you join up with the Scoia'tael, and then you make a decision there. Whereas if you just say fine, I'll help, you go in directly with the frontal assault with Siegfried.
Fine, I'll help.
Good luck.
Could use it.
Mark the archers. Witcher?
I've come to pull you out.
What, right?
Valerad sent me.
That makes us allies.
Got a plan?
We'll try another entrance.
Let's do it.
Pull back!
Marvin, stop!
I get you shall die, human.
Ten out of 10, great combat. Technically, you're not supposed to kill them until you go in through the backside, but since I have long-range Ingi, I can do that.
We'll go through the back of the town hall.
Let's go.
Damn, it's hot in this thing.
We're in! Onward!
Is it true you wish to negotiate, Duan?
Duan? Duan? Who is this Duan they're incessantly going on about?
It means human, Siegfried. Yes, we're here to negotiate.
With terrorists? Never!
Bloody Duan.
We're not here to fight, Siegfried.
Why else? To be ambushed and killed?
This can be settled without anyone else getting harmed.
If you must speak with terrorists, do it alone.
You win. Attack!
For the Flaming Rose!
What a dump.
You killed elves. You killed our people. What does that get you?
Yavin, calm down. You still have a choice.
No, Duan. You chose for me when you raised your arm against us. At him!
You chose wisely. The Order of the Flaming Rose will be grateful.
Siegfried, what are you doing here? You shouldn't...
No time to explain. Yavin is escaping into the sewers.
And Ingi.
Eternal fire, protect us. I'm wounded. You must catch Yavin in the sewers. The eternal fire guides me.
Let's just get him.
It seems he escaped.
But we expelled him from the bank.
Thanks to your aid. How can I reward you?
Some other time.
You know where to find me.
So we pretty much locked ourselves in after doing that, but now we finally freed up Velerad, and we have like a million quests to turn in with him now, so we can go do that. And he's bringing all his friends with him.
Eternal fire, fill my heart.
One of these days I'll find Velerad. Maybe if we sleep he'll appear. I guess he's still over by the bank. Yeah, the tracking isn't the greatest in this, because it just tracks to where it assumes the character will be, not if the character gets moved for a certain quest.
Damn, it's hot in this thing.
What nonsense.
Go. Witcher, I heard sounds of fighting.
They're all dead. Almost.
Almost?
Unfortunately, their leader escaped.
We'll find him. You deserve a medal. Finally, we can go home.
And now we have to sleep to get him to talk to us again. Oh, it's also worth it mentioning to point out that if you help the Scoia'tael and then you try to play Velerad for your Sharper for poker, he won't do it. So you might want to keep that in mind.
Waste of words.
You fight like a lax. Your mother sucks 12 cock.
Welcome. I wanted to thank you for your help at the bank.
You wanted to talk?
Some of Foltest's recent decisions have been strange. I've long known him.
Is someone falsifying his royal edicts?
Perhaps, but the seal looks authentic.
Who could have stolen the seal from Foltest?
Someone close to the king.
I hope you find the traitor. I'll let you know if I learn anything.
Goodbye.
Farewell, Velerad.
No, talk to me again. I want to turn in these quests.
Unbelievable the way they've packed us in down here.
I'm here about the notice.
Which one?
The Gravier bones.
I'll pay if you have 5.
Here they are.
Your gold. Lately...
I'm here about the...
Which...
The Flederfangs.
I'll pay if you have 3.
Here.
Your gold.
I'm here.
Which...
The ghoul blood.
Bring 12 vials of blood as proof you killed the ghouls.
There you are.
Your reward. They've
I'm here about...
Which one?
The Kikimor claws.
I'll pay if you have 10.
10 claws.
Your gold.
Okay, that's all those, and we got another level up out of it. Eight levels to go. Alright, that's enough for this episode, and yeah, next episode we'll just work more in the trade quarter and clean up the last of the few side quests. Alright, that should be about it. I'll see you guys in the next part.